Welcome back to my channel. My name is Madison, and today we are going to be doing a type of research and study with me type of video. In this first part, I'm going to go over what I used to study, what I'm currently reading, and then we're going to do kind of a time-lapse study session, and then at the end I'm going to go over what I actually accomplished and what I hope to do different next time. For this study session, I'm going to be using this notebook. I've been using this for the last year and a half to take notes in. I'm actually almost finished with it. I have about 20 pages left, so that's pretty exciting. So I have these little tabs that I have that remind me what I have in here. These little green ones are notes for episodes that I have deemed to be a mini-sode or a mini episode. It's going to be topics that have little information or information that just wouldn't make a full episode, or a very large topic that I have broken down into smaller little tidbits. And then these other ones on this side are full-length episodes. And then for my note-taking, I've been using the Papermate Inkjoy gel pen. I have them in black and blue, but I really enjoy using these. They write really well and the ink does not smear. And it writes really dark, so it saves my hand from writing really hard. So for this research session, I'm researching for what I have planned to be like a 3-episode arc of the history of the atomic bomb or nuclear weapons in general. I already have notes taken for how the bomb was made and the people behind it, focused more on the women behind that. I'm going to have to do more research for that episode to just get more information about all of the people who were involved. The next episode that I want to have in that series is how the bomb was used and the effects of it, and how bomb tests and nuclear tests had affected the US during that time as well. For that final episode, I decided to talk about what we do with our nuclear weapons today, how that has evolved from when they were first created, and then where we are today with them. What are the ramifications of having these nuclear weapons? So I have been reading this book. It's called The Bomb by Fred Kaplan. It is very dense in information, and it is very, very detail heavy. So it is taking me a little bit longer to get through this book than I would like, but it is pertinent information to what I am trying to do. So with that, my goal for this study session is to get through at least 30 pages of this, and then with that, maybe see if I can change up my research habits to maybe go through it a little faster. But with something with this book, with all of the little details that it has, I think this one's going to be a slow and steady rinse the race kind of read. Alrighty, well, I am going to change up this camera position so that you can see me studying, and with that, I'll see you at the end. spent about an hour studying. I set a timer on my watch for 1 hour, and I was only able to get through about 10 pages of this book. So the part of the book that I'm at right now is when JFK became president and we switched over from Eisenhower to him, and when a president comes into power, they usually clean house and get all their people, all the people they want, which means that there's a lot of new players in the game, and I have to remember who's who and who did what, who's in charge of this, who's in charge of that. Just a lot of things to remember and write down. And if I'm going to be using this information for a podcast episode, I am going to want to know who these people are and why they made their decisions. So for this book, it's probably going to take me a little bit longer than I would like to get through the content. But for other books that aren't as detail heavy and so specific about so many things, it won't take me as long to do that. And within those 10 pages, a lot of things happened. So I had to write down a lot of dates and event names and new military plan names, just a lot of names that I'm going to have to remember, and I know I won't remember them off the top of my head. Not very many people would. If I was a Cold War expert, maybe, but I would definitely not call myself a Cold War expert. So that is going to be it for today's video. Next time, I am going to go over how I actually take notes, because my way might be a little bit convoluted. I have a couple different methods that I do depending on what I'm doing, and I will go into greater detail about that in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!